Today we're going to explore the toolbox and see how you can use it to easily create your own solar systems. First, let's remove this solar system and take a look at the single objects. You can click on them and then click anywhere on the screen to place the object. You can also first edit its properties before placing the objects. Let's place two stationary solar objects into space. Start the simulation. Observe what happens. They start moving towards each other because the force of gravity is acting upon them. We can also create complete systems with a single click. This is our solar system with all of its major moons. Let's take a look at Jupiter, for example, and observe how its four major moons are actually moving through space. We can do the same for Saturn, for example. Next we have some simple systems like a sun, planet and moon. This planet is much like our own with one moon, except this planet is much more massive, and now we can nicely observe how its moon is orbiting the planet. This moon is orbiting its planet 12 times a year, just like our own moon. Next we have a moon who has a moon of its own. If a moon is very massive, it would be possible that it has its own satellite. It would look like this. We can also create random objects in space. Now it's best to remove the background so things come a bit more visible. Let's speed things up and observe how the objects are moving towards each other under influence of gravity. Note that in reality they would clutter together and could form, for example, planets. Only our simulation doesn't account for collisions and loss of energy, so the objects just keep on moving. Let's place a grid on the screen and see what happens when the force of gravity is acting upon it. Observe the curve that is created here. And these objects are more close to the center than these objects, and therefore they get more accelerated. Hence this very nice looking pattern. Dual star systems. There are a lot of dual star systems in the universe. These systems have two stars orbiting each other. In this case, both stars also have one planet orbiting them. It looks like this. This is another dual star system, only this time the planet is orbiting both stars at once. Observe how irregular its orbit gets. That's because the force of gravity acting upon the planet is changing constantly when the two stars are more or less aligned with respect to the planet. Another funny situation, one planet is orbiting a sun and then moves into the gravitational field of another star. It's not very likely that this will happen, but considering the huge amount of stars in the universe, it's definitely happening somewhere. Next we have a triple star, would look like this. And next one is gravitational slingshot. This is a moving planet, and these objects are moving towards it and are accelerated because of the force of gravity of the planet. This phenomenon is also used by spaceships when they travel to faraway planets and they want to obtain extra speed. Finally, we have the galaxy button, but that one I will explain in a different tutorial. Now we have seen most of the tools in the toolbox. Don't forget to save your work like this, so you can later restore it and continue to work on it. Thank you for your attention.